Hi guys, my name is Marcus and welcome to WEBI.io. Today I would like to showcase how you can use WEBI data for automating your customer support. In this video I'll show you how WEBI data can be sent into a system called userengage.com. And userengage is a one channel, or actually it's a 4-channel customer support system, meaning that you will have one channel to support your customers on chat, email, phone call, and SMS. This is super powerful, especially when you have user-centric real-time data from the WEBI tracker. Okay, so let's take a look at how this would actually work in a real-life scenario. So I will just go to a website where I've recently implemented the WEBI tracker, and we will just take a look at the data tracked and how the data flows into userengage, and then how we can use the data for automating our customer support inside userengage. I have implemented the WEBI tracker on a website called lydudligning.net, and the WEBI tracker collects all the behavioral data and then send it to the userengage system. So I'll just go to Lydudligning and show you how it works. Here I'm in Google and I just click this Lydudligning and I opened up the website in a new tab. So I have also implemented the WEBI tracker through the tag manager, and I have put the tag manager in the debug mode, and that's why we see this white screen down here. So already for this particular user, which is me, I just entered the website and a new user were created because this is the first time I visited the website. Then the WEBI tracker tracked 31 events. Some of these events were sent to userengage, and let's just see how that works. So now I'm inside the userengage interface. I have to blur this out because this is actually real data from real users. So at the top here we see the user, which is me, and we already see now that a lot of events have been sent from the website. If we just take a look at some of the events here, for instance, we have this session entrance, which means a new session has started, and then we actually measure the source medium. So we can see that I came from Google DK and I was organic. And we also see the user entrance, which means this is a new user and the user ID is this. Another thing to notice is that the WEBI tracker has already tracked a lot of things about this user and then added all that data to the user profile. We see that e-commerce distance is 16, which means we have 16 steps left until before we have actually committed a purchase, and that tells us that how close a particular user is to committing a purchase. Also, we can see the medium, which is organic, and we can see the source, which is in this case is Google DK. Then we also have the e-commerce stage, which is actually related to the e-commerce distance. So this is the name of the stage, which is product impression. So product impressions means that we have just looked at products here. So if I were to scroll down here, we would actually, the WEBI tracker would measure what products I have seen and then send the data to all the systems, in this case also to userengage. So if I just go to userengage, I can now see that I just viewed these products, Festpakke 1, Festpakke 2, and I've viewed these products and these products and so on, right? So the WEBI tracker measures what products the user actually view on the website in the category. So we see that the category is Paga, and this is the product we viewed. So you see the category name here. If I were to go, for instance, to any other category on the website, now we are on this Lysenrøg, and if I scroll down, this is the last product I saw. So UV-rør and stroboscope. So if I go to userengage, I would see that UV-rør and stroboscope was the last two products which I scrolled down and saw. So let's just, for fun, click on this stroboscope product. So I did that, and let's see what the data looks like inside userengage. We saw I clicked this product called the stroboscope, and it was inside this category. Another thing, for instance, a user could do is to add a product to the cart, and let me just do that. So now I add the product to the cart, and we see I have one product in the cart. If I go back to user engage, then we will see the event here, add to cart, and we see what product I have added to the cart, and we see the price of the product, and we see the actual category, or rather the product list that generated this add to cart. So if we were to look here in the user profile, then we can see all the user attribute has actually been updated. We can see the name of the product, which is in the current cart, and we can see currently the cart has a total of one product. We can see now we only have 12 steps left until we have committed the purchase. We can see the total value of the cart. We can see the lifetime value, which is still 0 because I have not purchased anything. Okay, so now I'm on the cart page, and then if I were to go through this funnel and just do a couple of steps, let me just do like this. Let's just watch the data here come in. So I have initiated the checkout, and then if I go and fill this out, this is actually my real email at the moment. Feel free to email me if you have any questions. And what the WEBI tracker actually do at this point is that it collects all the social data which is attached to this email. So if we go into user engage and I just reload the page, we will see that the email has now been added to this user profile. And further, the WEBI tracker has actually found the name of this user depending on this email. And that's not because my email is markus@kelle and it thinks that Kelle is my last name. No, it's because this name is actually connected to my LinkedIn profile, my Facebook profile, my Twitter profile, and those profiles contains the information about my name. So just by entering the email, the WEBI tracker will actually be able, in most cases, to find the real name of the person. Some other things that the WEBI tracker can find is, for instance, here we have like the Gravatar URL of that email. So if I just go to a new tab and load it, you can see this is actually an image of me. Also, for instance, from LinkedIn, we can often get the title of the user, and my title on LinkedIn, let me just show you on LinkedIn, is Analytical Bootstrapper, and I'm currently working for this unnamed startup. Right. So let me just go back to user engage, and we see Analytical Bootstrapper, and then from the social profile, I also found the city I'm currently living in and the company I'm working for, unnamed startup, and a lot of other useful data. For instance, my gender is male, my first name, my email, my Google ID, my last name, about me, my about me profile, my LinkedIn profile, how many LinkedIn followers I have, my LinkedIn profile ID, my Twitter page, and how many Twitter followers I have, and my language, and my Twitter profile name. Let me just complete the purchase here on the website. So I will just fill in my true phone number here. So I'm currently in Norway, so I'll just put in front the country code here, and then my number is 40 55 72 18. And I could fill out my name here, Markus Kelle. So this is just some dummy address I'm gonna put in here. Test order must be deleted. I'll just write this because I actually don't want to purchase this scope thing. So I'll just, let's just go to the user engage before I click. And then we see all the data that the WEBI tracker here collected and is sent it to all the platforms, among others the user engage platform. And we see the input here, Tansby, and the full name, and the test order must be deleted. So what it does, it actually tracks my keys, but it also tracks the final input. Because the reason why this is done is because if we track the keys, we can actually do things as the input comes in, and then try to digest the data before the user is actually finished typing it in. But sometimes that will, because I made some spelling errors and I deleted those spelling errors while I was reading, so that is making some kind of messed up input here. But it doesn't really matter, because we read the final input once the user is done, and that will be without the spelling errors, right? Rarely you will actually be looking at this data live. Most of the time we will use this for instance, email marketing automation. And one way we could do that is we could send out an email to everybody who purchased this product within the last year, or everybody who has a total cart value of at least 150 and did not make a purchase, or everybody that has a lifetime value above something or beneath something. We can use all this data in order to target each user, or to actually segment all your users, and then provide each segment with relevant content. So I'll show you a lot of cases on how to use this, but in this video I just want to showcase you how it actually works, so I think you can get an idea for yourself. Also view the tags over here at the left, where you can see Lys og Røg and Pakker, which is the two product categories I have so far been visiting on the website. So I'll just go ahead and make the purchase. And now if we go to user engage, we'll see that some purchase data has come in, and now we see that the cart is empty, and the lifetime value is 349 kroner. And the e-commerce stage is now 1 order done, and the total value of the current cart is 0. And yeah, so we see that this data is updated in real time while the user is actually engaging with the website. Okay, so I think you get the concept here. And this was really all I wanted to say in this video. This is only a very short introduction, but just know that you can use this data for automating your chat messages, for email marketing automation, and for just sending out manual emails, or making phone calls, or automating SMS. And this is only the data how you could use the data in user engage. You can also use the data on Facebook and a lot of other platforms. Okay, anyhow, thank you for listening, and I know you're a busy person, so I really appreciate that you took your time to watch this video. Bye for now. See you next time. Bye.